sleep last night. I slept in even a little bit more. There were some night hikers who were going to that viewpoint for dawn, who left the campsite and were going down to get water. So I can understand that. I left probably about 7:30. Bumped into a barking dog who, I don't know if I've shown her in videos, and Smiles, who's a woman who I met at the shelter last night. She was camping, came over and had a chat for a while. But no one else came to sleep in the shelter. It was just, I think it was like Jolly and myself. So, but I think we were waking one another up with every time we'd roll over the mattress noise. So I started off immediately with the uphill, very sweaty, to get to the outlook. Went to the outlook but had passed a little side outlook. I thought, well, I just show how miserable I'm feeling. I'm not going to, you know, stop and go look at that outlook. I'll go to what the big one is, I think, that most people were going to. And yeah, it was a nice lookout. And then barking dog came by and I said, oh, that one back there, 1/10 of a mile, that's the one you really want to go to. That's the one that's the outcrop. And from the viewpoint of the photos, looks like it's a little rock sticking out in the sky. But when you're there, standing on it, this looks like a great big platform. And you have no sense of danger or fear walking up to the edge. The photo is very different. So awesome roundup up there. I think I may have bumped into him at Angel's Rest, him hanging around with other people and probably hearing his name. He, like I and many other people, I think will be looking for a spot near Daleville without going in, and go in the morning. So it could be crowded wherever we end up finding a spot, because there are no official camping spots listed in Guthook or the AWOL. So I'm not sure about what to do with that. But hey, if I were to get to Daleville and it was like 2 o'clock, you know, hey, maybe I would just go in and get a hotel. There was the one that mentioned free breakfast and with a waffle maker, and I thought, oh, just like in Irwin. I definitely want to, I think, hit that one. I'm sure I could have a few waffles in the morning and really stuff myself. And there's supposed to be a good restaurant called Three Pigs Barbecue that I'll hit, and apparently a good outfitter where I can get new boots and mail these ones out. Other than that, I guess at the hill before, or the Gap parking lot before I came in this morning, there was supposed to be a restaurant down the road. It was a buffet, all-you-can-eat type of thing. A couple of people I met at the shelter ate there and were totally bloated out from everything they had. Not that it was necessarily the best food, but they had an awful lot of it. And I kind of wish I realized that was there. I probably would have done it myself. But, yeah, research, I guess. I don't do enough or know enough about the trail to recognize these spots before I get there. And then sometimes missed opportunity. So that was a missed opportunity. Hopefully I don't have too many others. Anyway, it's a little rocky here, and I'm gonna go down. So talk to you later. a little chocolate and electrolytes and water, checking mail, that type of thing. Now I have a connection up here. Don't know if I'll have it in Daleville when I get there. I'm hoping to camp maybe 4 or 5 miles from Daleville somewhere, stealth camping, and that way I can get there early in the morning. Yeah, I don't think I'd get there until 6 o'clock tonight, and then, you know, just to spend $60 for a bed and not really get to do anything other than rest. I mean, I can do that in a tent. So, spectacular scenery up here. So, I guess I'll put the stuff away, put the back on, have another cup of water, and head down to the shelter I'd originally thought of going to. Little big bird. And really filling my water bottles and then moving on. It's been a pretty beautiful day. Don't know what the weather's like. I haven't checked that, but I think it's going to be good for a while. And other than foot pain, you know, it's not a bad day. I think this was the last big hill for the day anyway. And Daleville's down the valley, so I don't expect to have to climb any hill until after I leave there. I hope to get some good rest and upload all the videos I have just sitting there, like nearly 20 of them I think it feels like. So I better have good internet wherever I go. Yeah, talk to you later. Well, it went on with the lookout. I was able to go online, Travelocity, and book a room for 2 nights, $44 a night at Super 8. They have a waffle maker, which was the deciding factor. It'll be a room with double bed, 2 double beds, in fact. So maybe I can get somebody to share. Already offered it to one young woman, but I can understand why she didn't want it. So, no biggie. As for my feet, well, no new pain. And now it's got me wondering, should I just get out of them for a couple days and use them again until the next town, where I might buy a new pair? Anyway, I'm thinking about that. Unless they, the feet, suddenly say, hey, We're kidding. We really hate them. I might just keep them. We'll have to see. Anyway, I have to find a stealth site for tonight. Stealth, as they call it. Because it won't be an official campsite. And somewhere about 5 miles from the town. So just a 2.5 hour walk out. Don't get in too early or too late. And only have the 2 liters of water, so I have to be careful not to overexert myself. Ooh, and it is warm right now, so I don't think it'll be too much longer before I have to pick a place. So I'll talk to you then. Well, I just did a calculation based on something that Jolly mentioned to me yesterday evening, that we are very near the 1/3 mark. And I just did a calculation based on the 2,192 miles mentioned on the AT tag I have. And I stopped 3.7 miles short of that mark. So early tomorrow morning, I will be passing the 1/3 of the AT mark, which to me is big. I thought a quarter was big. But like, I mean, I gotta do that 3 more times. Now that I'm at the 3rd mark, it's like, I only have to do it 2 more times. And I do think that, well, the rate of walking, 18, 20 miles, 22 a day, way above the 8 I was doing at the beginning with everybody else. We're getting fitter and fitter on our feet. So I think I'll hit the 2/3 mark much earlier than 2 or 3 days from now, which is how long it took to get here from the very beginning. A week of that were zeros. About half of those were extra zeros that weren't really necessary. Like that looked big, but yeah, I think I'm doing twice the amount in one day that I did it in the beginning. I'm pretty sure that I will get to the end well before Baxter Park closes Katahdin. So how early is the question? Well, I'm just here waiting for my dinner to hydrate. It's a Northside chicken flavored fried rice. Rice and pasta blended in a soy sesame and chicken flavored sauce. And to that I added a little bit of that Weber Szechuan and garlic, just a little bit. Thank you, Square Peg, for telling me about that Szechuan, or that sriracha sauce, or powder. Something to pop into different meals and give them a little different profile, a little more flavor. So, I just had a nice long conversation with my mom. Hi, Mom. Finding out what's going on up there. Apparently it's a lot cooler than here. I mean, I haven't had to wear a jacket in quite a while. I mean, other than when it rained. But it's like 3 Celsius up there, as she tells me. So, pretty cold. Otherwise, everything is fine there, it seems. Going to visit my sister at her cottage next month, or later this month, whenever that is. Something I really enjoyed. certainly felt like I take more than advantage of the free meal. It didn't really offer to pay back anything. Feel bad about that now. I don't know. But a fabulous place to visit, and company, being my sisters, is great because I almost never get to see them now that I'm living out here, however long I live out here, or Vancouver Island, I mean. Right now I'm on the Appalachian Trail. I mean, the trail's just over there, next to my tent, probably 15 feet away from the trail. I've been here for a couple of hours. It's 5:30 now, so I probably got here just before 4. Set up the tent. Excuse me. There's a little gap in the tooth there, and my dentist would appreciate the fact I'm trying to clear it. Anyway, yeah, just was laying there, plugged the phone in for a while, checked the weather. It may rain tonight. It's kind of gray now, so it may likely do that, but it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, which is great because I don't have to get in first thing in the morning. If it takes a little bit for the tent to dry, or the fly to dry. It actually was slightly damp when I took it out to begin with, which is why it's only kind of on halfway. That's okay. Just a couple of hours from the trailhead when it goes into Daleville. I actually found that the hotel I'm going to, if I click on Google Directions, I can get there in an hour and 35 minutes. But I think it looks like it takes a side trail off the Appalachian Trail. So I'll have to go on the Appalachian Trail to the end and then do the directions to the hotel. Really looking forward to that. Looking forward to chocolate milk again. That's a craving I have, or something I think about a lot now. Maybe that's the hiker hunger. Although I'm not really hungry, but the idea of that flavor. I also sent a few texts out to different people, like Cuddles, let's see what's going on with her, Sarge, and Rufus. And Sarge got back to me and I said he's going to be another week, but he's going to jump ahead and join me. Or it sounded like he was going to join me, which is fantastic. Love to have the company, although I hope he can keep up, even with my sore feet. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I love to have his company. It's always nice to have someone to depend on, who can depend on you too, you know, company. Maybe I'll find out what happened with Fish, if he's still out there. Hope he is. So I'm going to eat most of the candy and that type of thing tonight, so more calories other than what's on that right side. Some peanut butter and a couple wraps of tuna if I want it for tomorrow. Because I don't know when I'll be able to actually go into the hotel. I mean, I might get there like 10 o'clock, but they might not want me to check in until 1 or something like that. You never know. Or they might just let me go into a room, which would be great. Or I could just sit there. No, I thought somebody was walking by, but something in the distance. Yeah, maybe I just sit in the lobby and plug my power back in and use their internet to start uploading videos. I tried uploading on my data plan, but it looked like it was going to take an hour or 2 hours. I never know. Down to 16 minutes. It fluctuated a lot. Maybe about this time of the day. Maybe that's why. High internet usage. Nothing else to think of too much. I'll have to hang my food tonight. Which I mean the bag will probably be wet tomorrow. I'll snug up the fly so that it isn't touching the tent like it did last time. A little condensation inside the tent just from breathing. When I was on that campsite at something like Desperate Falls, and then I went to Desperate Creek. Is it called Desperate? Anyway, something like that. Something that didn't sound that good. Yeah, I've read a lot of emails. Going to give Paul a call a little bit later, talk about the possibility of my house being rented for a month. My niece is going there very shortly. I think already left, maybe. So, let's see, this is January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, June. So they'll probably be there for a week. visiting Vancouver Island, usually my place. I'm sure my neighbors will turn off all the power and water after they leave if they forget. No biggie. Just to have people coming out. Just wish I was there to be with them and show them around. Yeah, I think I don't know if I mentioned or not, with the idea of continuing with the boots. Really hurt around the ankle isn't really that apparent now. And maybe a couple days off with the lifts may have helped give them enough break that they're okay. And unfortunately, that caused the blisters on the heel. Now that the lifts are out, the heels are down in more, and you know, I'm sure they're still not great, the blisters, but maybe I'm finally over it. I'll just have to get some better camp shoes that fit better than these Crocs that are one size too big for me, so I can walk around town, that type of thing. Yeah, have to find out what my next resupply point is and that type of thing. But 4 miles, or just under, or over, from the 1/3 mark of the Appalachian Trail. So that's big, because now I have to do that 2 more times. Whereas when I was at the 1/4 mark, I was thinking, oh, I gotta do this 3 more times. two more times sounds better. And it wasn't that long ago. It feels like I was at that 1/3 or 1/4 mark. So miles are racking up, and once we get to Dalesville, I'll have to switch to the North Vermont map, and maybe that means I'm halfway through Vermont. I don't know. Not Vermont, Virginia. I don't know if the lengths of the maps are the same, North and the South Virginia. So I'll have to find like a Google, I guess, to figure it out. So I'm gonna give the pasta noodles a few more minutes to hydrate, and I'm gonna nibble on some more candy, and then button down the fly, and you know, chat out with you a little bit more later. Who knows if I can think of something to blabber about. So that's what my tent looks like from the trail. And I just found out from Jolly, who stopped by to chat for a bit, that camping is restricted in this area. I had no idea. I thought it was strictly restricted only in the Smokies. So the chances are that a trail runner will come through and tell me that I can't be here and that I have to pack up and go, which is like a 2-hour walk. No biggie, but that means I have to find a hotel for the night, and that would be a little bit more of a pain. So I'm hoping no trail runner will come, and that if they do, they will ignore me or let me stay, because my feet are killing me.